Hi, my name is Jack Wexler. Welcome to the Love, Listening, and Understanding Relationship Improvement Program. I created this relationship training video for you and your partner. It will help you to have a better relationship with your partner and with the people you're closest to. This video is in 3 parts. This first part is a general introduction to the program. Part 2 will teach you how to do the technique that's at the core of the Relationship Improvement Program. And in Part 3, you'll learn the love, listening, and understanding communication exercises that are relevant to the issues of couples. As you develop these skills, you'll learn more about yourself and more about your partner. You'll focus on issues that are relevant to couples. Issues such as love, sex, marriage, and money. Even if you're not in a relationship at present, you can benefit from the program. The program is for anyone who wants more success, more self-awareness, and more understanding in their relationships. Did you know that over 70% of people who've been divorced say that what made them first think about separating was issues around lack of communication?
You don't do what you're supposed to be doing.
See, you're interrupting me again.
I'm always interrupting you. I'm always doing something wrong, and I get really... I cannot express myself properly, and I don't get...
Okay, give me a chance to talk. Give me a chance to talk.
What? Go on then.
You always undermine me. You try to sabotage everything I do.
Rubbish, bull.
The divorce rate is climbing to nearly 50%. That's 1 out of every 2 people who come together in love end their relationship in anger and upset. And for most of them, it began because they didn't have the skills and abilities to communicate. If you'd like to have more communication ability, if you'd like to have more agreement and more understanding in your love relationships, you can. This program can help you, and it works. It's worked for thousands of people just like you and your partner. But you have to do something. You have to work at it. You have to replace your ineffective communication and listening habits with relationship skills that build love, that build listening, and that build understanding. This program does that. It's guaranteed. It's not a complicated program, and you'll begin to experience the beneficial results after only 1 session, and that session is only 40 minutes long. The Love, Listening, and Understanding Relationship Improvement Program is made up of a core technique called a relating dyad. You'll learn more about this technique in Part 2. In Part 3, you'll be introduced to the specific communication exercise for couples.
A relating what?
Dyad. A relating dyad. Dyad is a Greek word, and it means the number 2, a couple. A relating dyad is a formal communication exercise for 2 people. Its purpose is to improve a person's ability to relate themselves to others and to bring about an increase in one's understanding of oneself, others, and life. In this section of the video, you're going to learn how to create more understanding in your relationships by increasing your capacity for self-honesty, self-reflection, and self-disclosure.
I feel so humiliated, so vulnerable that I trusted you, and I feel like I've been let down in some way.
You're going to learn how you can develop greater listening skills and empathy for others. And you will learn that all these skills and more can be achieved by practicing a simple but powerful technique called the relating dyad communication process.
Tell me something about yourself you think I should know. One thing I remember when I was young was that we had a lolly jar in the cupboard. So we used to go and pinch these lollies, all my brothers and sisters, 6 or 7 of us all together. And my dad found out, and so he stood us up in a line. So which one of you children has been stealing lollies? So good old me said, I did. Oh, and that was okay. But what happened in the end was that my brothers and sisters weren't allowed to watch TV for a week, and I was allowed to watch TV, and so the lounge room was there and the dining room was there. So every time I walked to the TV room, my brothers and sisters went, oh. So I was ostracized.
Thank you.
Tell me something about yourself you think I should know.
Well, when I was a little girl, I had a dream. And I was thrown into a big chest, like a treasure chest, like a sunken chest, and thrown into the ocean. And again, for me, it's a very feminine energy, very feminine energy. And a very youthful, immortal sort of energy.
Thank you.
Relating is basic to life, and it goes on all the time. When you relate well to others, you become more confident in yourself, more conscious of others, and more aware of what life is. Most of us weren't specifically taught much about the subject of relating while we were growing up. Relating sort of just went on. We learned from watching and participating in everyday experiences. We learned by the examples of our parents relating to each other and by our parents relating to us. We learned from our playmates, and we learned from our friends and teachers at school. We also learned about relating from the culture of mass media. That is, the movies, television, books, magazines, and newspapers. All these have played a significant part in helping to shape how we relate to each other. If you were fortunate, your parents taught you effective relating by their example. If you weren't fortunate, you were left to your own devices to either unlearn dysfunctional relating habits or suffer the consequences.
Just watch it. Just watch it.
I feel like I'm being fucking patronised all the time. You blame everything on me, everything is my fault. Take responsibility for yourself and what you're doing.
Give me some shit.
Don't
come on,
push
he's always
me
trying to
around.
prove stuff like that. Okay, I'll do what I want. Okay, what are you going to do about it?
You're acting like a typical male.
The willingness to be present. The really wanting to be present, because it feels so good when I am.
When you relate well to others, you feel closer to them. The sense of separation and alienation dissolves.
About her. And she reacted badly, so I felt hurt, and then we kind of got alienated from each other. At the same time, she's now got this new boyfriend that she's just starting up with, which is very hard for me to handle, actually. Even though she and I aren't, we aren't together as a partner anymore.
The relating dyad process increases your abilities to listen, both to others and to your inner voice.
Maybe when I see behaviour in another that I don't like, it's what I don't like in myself. And I haven't accepted it. So I haven't accepted the other.